Welcome back to A Catholic Presence. I'm Jennifer, and today I would like to review a feast day we had only last week, the Feast of Our Lady of Sorrows. It can seem like a bit of a downer to only think of her sorrows. We must also think of her joys, but we must remember that her son was a sign of contradiction. He would bring about the forgiveness of sins by coming into the world as our Redeemer. I brought along with me in this video the image, a little statue of the La Pieta. Our Lady stood at the foot of the cross while her son died for us. And here she is holding him in her arms. What that must have felt like to be there, not just in wonder and awe, but also in maybe confusion and definitely sorrow to see your own son die, to be killed. And yet to also see him risen from the dead is a great joy indeed. While in the monastery, I like to think of her also as Our Lady of Fidelity, because she was faithful even in the midst of that contradiction, what seemed like a contradiction, and yet Christ overcame the world by rising from the dead, right? So let us look to Our Lady as an example of trust, as we've covered in the past few weeks, of being faithful to God, being faithful to our Lord, and knowing that His will is still being done even in the face of what seems like great defeat, of sorrow. And let us also remember that she is Our Lady of Joys, as I like to call her as well, because she was ever singing her Magnificat of praise to God as she did on the Feast of the Visitation. God be praised.